What's up, guys? DJ Wayne here. I was that way at Penske Racing, heading that way to Roush Fenway RFK Racing, and I drove by here and totally forgot what was here. Do you know what this is? This is D.E.I. This is home of Dale Earnhardt Sr. They are closed. They've been closed for quite some time, but we are on the property. Doesn't look like there's really anybody here. So we're just gonna take a walk around. Like Dale Sr.'s house is back that way. That's the shop. His house is back that way. His grave is back that way. Dale Jr. used to live across the highway over there. So let's go take a walk around and see what we can see. And but like I said, it's all closed up. They haven't been open for quite some time. But we'll walk around and then we'll make our way over to RFK Racing. DJ Wayne Adventures. Let's go exploring. Now, I've been out here to D.E.I. back in the day when it was up and fully running. And this in here, this is the museum area. You walk in there, just like the other race shops, that's where all the trophies and all the cars used to sit. But it's not been open for quite a long time. I came here one day, and this whole area right here had old antique cars. They had an antique car show going on. They had them parked on both sides over here. It was pretty cool. But in the last few years, it's been like a ghost town, honestly. Let's go take a peek and see what we can see. So, as I figured, the doors are locked. There's some lights on. And there's, of course, Dale Sr.'s car and some photos of Dale. So I figured we'd turn the camera on so you guys can kind of look. Not much to see down there for sure. But we'll continue walking around, see what we can see, if we can see anything. Like I said, if I can show you where his house was, the grave is way back there. But I'll show you around the property. Let's go. So walking in between the two big buildings, this is where they used to park some race cars, like a winning car if they won at Darlington. Yesterday, they'd bring it out here. They'd put the winning car out here for display. Or they'd put a Dale Sr. car out. Again, hasn't seen any action in quite some time. So Dale Sr.'s entrance to his property is just right down the road there, and it goes back. But here is where all the race car drivers, the trucks and everything, this is where they would pull back behind. And a lot of people don't realize it, but if you look on Google Maps and you Google D.E.I. or Dale Sr.'s house, it sits right about there behind those trees. And he actually has a private driveway that goes from back here in parking area straight to his house. So technically, he didn't even ever have to come out onto the main road to get to work. But there's a few cars here, maybe security, but not much. Not much is going on anymore here at D.E.I. But if you do want to try to get in, call 704-662-8929. Think of a good lie to tell them, and maybe they'll open the gate for you. Because here's the security check-in, and there's nobody here. But if you do pull up Google for D.E.I., you'll see all the property. All of that was the Earnhardt property. Dale Jr. used to live over there. Dale's sister lived over there at one point. She may still live there. Dale's moved. He's got his 200-acre ranch out in Cleveland, North Carolina. And his house is pretty neat. He's got a ghost town there called Dirty Mo's. And he's got a race car graveyard with about 30 different NASCAR cars just kind of parked throughout the woods. If you get a chance, you can Google that and take a look at it. Maybe he'll let me go in and take a tour one day. Interesting enough, D.E.I. is located on highway. So I got back in the car to ride around the property a little bit. Came over here to the other side and it says Earnhardt Technologies Group. Employees and customers only. Well, I might be a customer. You don't know. They don't know. So let's go take a look. So I got back in the car and I decided that I would come right around this other part that I've never really been to. That reminds me of my first car. Now this one is a Monte Carlo. My first car was a 1982 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Boy, I miss that car. Now I have this beautiful white minivan Mazda 5. That's me. But doesn't look like there's a whole lot to see right here. Earnhardt Technologies. This looks like the main entrance, retail parts, part pickup, machine center, powertrain. And then this is the fitness center over here. But again, I don't know that they use any of it hardly for anything anymore. Maybe I'll have to do some research. And this is the view just across the street from D.E.I. This was all Earnhardt property. I know Dale Jr. used to live over back that way behind those trees. I do believe Dale's sister lived over in this area. It's a private drive up there, so I don't want to get in trouble there, but just a nice drive around Earnhardt Boulevard. And right here on the left-hand side, this is Dale Sr.'s property. Teresa still lives there to this day. We'll pull up to the gate and take a look in. I don't think I'll get shot like at the baby's house. Let's go take a look. I stopped out here during the pandemic knowing everything was closed, but I wanted to kind of walk around, and Teresa and some gentlemen were out here. They were decorating. Looks like maybe they were getting ready for somebody's birthday or something. But straight down there, quite a good ways, it's actually, like I said, behind DEI is Dale Sr.'s house. And then further over that way onto the farm is Dale Sr.'s grave. Like I said, if you Google it, DEI, you can look at all this property. You can see the house. You can see the little area that his grave is positioned at. You don't really get a chance to go back in there, but this is the home of Dale Sr. There's another gate there to his property. Let's go back this way and see what we can find, shall we? It says dead end, but that's okay. Hopefully that wind's not too bad for you. All right, adventurers, we are still back here to the side of Dale Sr.'s property, right over there. You guys can see back there a little bit more. I'm on this little gravel road. It said dead end. Does not say private drive or do not enter. So I'm gonna keep riding, see what I can find. But I know his grave is back there somewhere. Maybe I could walk up to the fence and take a look around and see if there's anything to see. But that's all Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s property there when he was alive. This is behind D.E.I. Well, I definitely made it to the dead end. 2 houses back here on this little gravel road. So I'm turned around, heading back the way we came in from Highway 3, north, south, whatever. But I was able to look through the woods and I could see the house. So I'm gonna pull over in a little bit and take a walk through the greenery. Hope the snakes aren't out and about today and I don't get bit, but we'll see if we can get a good view of Dale Sr.'s house. Now Teresa Earnhardt's house. DEI, memory of Dale Earnhardt Sr. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I appreciate it if you like our videos. Hit that subscribe button. Join me on these whirlwind adventures. It's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, but I'll take it. Let's go. All right, we found the dead end on the gravel road. We turned around, and just right back there is an opening where we can kind of see the house. So we're gonna walk through this meadow. Hopefully there's no snakes out there and about, and hopefully I don't get shot, but let's go take a look, see what we can find. All right. I made it safe and sound. We are on the corner of Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s property. There's the home of the legendary Dale Earnhardt Sr. Now, I see a sign that says no trespassing. So we are gonna honor that, and we are not gonna go past this fence, because I'm not that guy. I love adventure, but I don't like jail. But let's take a look around, shall we? because I know the grave is further back there, but it's behind the woods, so it's hard to see, and I probably would not be able to see it here anyway. But thought that was kind of cool, just to be able to get a view of the house. Excuse me if you heard that. Another great view of the beautiful home. Don't look like anybody's home right now, or if they are, they're inside enjoying life on the inside, not outside. It's a beautiful day, but it is still chilly out. Interesting thing, I can't see my car. I know it's there. I hope it's there. Well, leave it to me. I am gonna go through the high grass here. I found another opening over there. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the grass here, it looks like wheat. It goes up above my waist. So it's pretty high up here. That's why I'm a little nervous. I don't want to find any snakes out here. And I don't want to keep the camera rolling. And then if I get bit, I don't want it to be on camera. So I don't want you to see that. I know I'll get millions of likes and followers and views at that point if I get bit by a snake on camera. But I don't want that to happen. Let's go take a look at the house. All right, well, I made it over here. You definitely got another view of the house from the top, but you can see a little bit more of the property from here. And it looks like at one point this might have been a road that come right about here, but there's a big tree right in the middle. And of course this fence. So not exactly sure what that's all about, if this was ever a road, but I wouldn't think so with a big old tree sitting right in the middle. But there's some more of Dale Sr.'s property. Look at here. One of them little playground spin around things. Makes you wonder what in the world used to be back here, if he had a playground for the kids or something. There's tracks here. My car is way over there. But this is what adventure's all about, isn't it? Let's keep going. But it looks like we've about come to the end of the line, because I'm not going through the jungle. We'll go right here. We'll be happy with what we got. And we'll call it a day at Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s property. Yeah, somebody's over there working. I see him over there now. Let's see if I can clear the fence line and let you see him. Somebody's doing some kind of tractor work. Another view of the house, of course. And it looks like this road, if I can get my camera in there, it goes on down and back through there. So that's probably on the way to the grave, because the grave is pretty far back behind the house, I know, from looking at it on the maps, and that might be where that heads to, the back of the property. All right, guys. I'm at the base of this tree, and I'm walking around it thinking, maybe right up there I'll go and hang a right and go straight out. Look what's beside the tree. There's a house. How cool is that? Again, I'm walking, holding the camera, but I'm also watching the ground too, because I don't want to find a snake. Talk about a completely covered and hidden house. That's amazing. That is so flipping cool right there. There's gnats all the way around. I wonder what the story is to this house. Maybe this is where those track marks were going. Maybe a truck came back here for something. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. That's super cool. Super old. And as long as I can continue walking back here, we are. Here's the back deck. Not much of a backyard, but a pretty awesome old house. I never would have known was here if I hadn't have just walked by the tree to admire its beauty. Continuing on the side of this old house that is completely covered, completely hidden in all this greenery. That might have been the old front door right there, or side door. It's definitely a wide opening spot. See if we can zoom in and see anything. Sure hope nobody comes out, because they'll scare the bejesus out of me, that's for sure. But from this old tree in this old house covered, you can, I mean, it's right here on the property line of Dale Sr.'s house. There's his house right over there. So, boy, I'd sure like to know the story to this old house. Hey, there's some horses over there. I did not see the horses earlier. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're right in front of that building over there in the pasture. So there's a couple of horses still around. I see two of them now, two brown ones. All right, guys and girls, made it back to the car, headed back out to North Carolina Highway 3, leaving Dale Earnhardt's property. Again, that's his fence line right there. So maybe the grass I was walking through was actually Dale Sr.'s property. I don't know. But right up there is where Dale Jr. used to live before he moved into his big old 200-acre property. There's the gate on that side to get up there to it. He used to have a little dirt track back there. Nothing quite as fancy as what he has now on his 200 acres, but yeah. When you would mail stuff to Dale Jr., he had a room, I believe, I might be wrong, but I think it was over there in that mobile home, that his sister would actually open all the packages up, get everything laid out on tables, and then Dale Jr. would come out. He'd just be in an autograph mood, and he would just start signing stuff, cars, photos, whatever you sent him in. And basically she would pack it up the next day and send it right back out to the fans. That's what I like about NASCAR. I am an autograph collector. I love autograph memorabilia. And NASCAR is the most fan-friendly group of sports entertainers there are. It really doesn't get much better than NASCAR. That's why I like NASCAR so much. This is DJ Wayne. We are leaving Dale Earnhardt. Luckily for me, as I've been walking over here in this high meadow and walking up this fence line, I didn't see anybody or hear anybody drive by. I was a little concerned that somebody seen my car just parked on the side of the road and give me a hard time, but so far so good. But look at this high grass.